Ja, das sind wir wieder zurück zu Let's Play Danganronpa. Das heißt, was sind wir stehen geblieben, nachdem wir unsere Skill-Lores reingetan haben? Ist doch reingenommen, oder nicht? Habe ich nicht Envious Influencer reingenommen? Es ist seltsam, manchmal speichert der mir das und manchmal nicht. Trial, all rise.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results.
Ich bin im dritten Class Trial.
If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate. Now then, to begin with...
We already know who did it!
Was that?
It was Hero. He does not have an alibi for when the murders took place, and we found him in that suit.
Yeah.
Don't try and deny it! You killed them!
I didn't! Someone knocked me out! I was asleep the whole time! I don't know anything about it!
Shut your murdering mouth, murderer!
Sagt die Waffenmörderin.
Who are you calling a murderer?
Genau!
I am sorry to say, Hero, but we do have evidence. Blueprints for the suit. Parts we assume were used to build it, and all of it was found in your room. You have to admit, the evidence is quite compelling. It points to you as having created the suit and wearing it while committing crime after crime.
How many times do I have to tell you? I don't know, I don't know!
Is Hero really a killer, or before anything else we have to make that clear? Make your argument. That's the Hero's message. Was war nochmal das Hero's message?
Everything...
Meet in the dining hall.
The blueprints, the suit parts, they are all proof enough that you are the culprit.
Uh-huh.
I don't know anything about that stuff! It's not true, it's a conspiracy!
Hero, why? Why did you kill them?
No! Just hold on a second!
Okay, wahrscheinlich das allererste, oder? I mean, looking at the blueprints, that handwriting is awful messy. If I remember right, Hero's handwriting is...
Everything we found in your room.
Blueprints.
The blueprints, the suit parts, they are...
Haha!
No, that's wrong.
No, that's wrong! John Awesome hat mit Phoenix Spread angefangen.
Are we sure Hero really made those blueprints?
What do you mean?
Well, take a look at this. It's the note that Hero wrote, asking everyone to meet up after Alter Ego disappeared.
Wir reden von Alter Ego vor Monokuma. Warum? Wir sind im Class Trial. Warum redet er von Alter Ego vor Monokuma? Die wissen doch nicht, wer Alter Ego geschnappt hat. Warum reden die von Monokuma mit?
The handwriting's obviously different, wouldn't you say? When you compare it to the blueprints.
There's no way you could think the same person made both of them.
Unless that person made it a point to disguise their handwriting.
No, the differences are bigger than that, I think.
Come on! I'm not smart enough to think of trying to change my handwriting anyway.
Er hat sich gerade als dumm bezeichnet. Er ist nicht intelligent genug, sein Ding zu
So
wechseln.
Makoto, are you saying you don't think Hero's the culprit?
And he is not the only one. I think Hero is innocent as well.
Oh mein Gott! Byakuya hilft uns!
What?
Then who was in that Robo-Justice suit?
I don't
Is
know!
it like Hero said? Was there really someone running around in a second suit?
The suspicious individual hidden within the suit. Go ahead, Makoto. Tell them who it was.
And of course he passes it off to me. Wer war im Suit drinnen? Hiro, ich weiß, aber ich will Byakuya hören.
So, who was in the Robo-Justice suits?
Suspicious individual in the question. Die Illuminati. Das war Hiro. Also, ich meine, wir haben Hiro im Ding gefunden.
I can't think of anyone else it could have been. Obviously, he was the one in that particular suit. And we never found any kind of second suit.
Then there can be no doubt. Hiro is the prime suspect.
That doesn't make any sense. You just said Hiro didn't do it.
Ja, wir haben niemals gesagt, dass es in dem Suit getan hat.
It makes perfect sense. Hiro was the suspicious individual in the suit, but he's not the culprit.
So what you're saying is...
That's right. The culprit in this case has nothing to do with being in the Robo-Justice suit.
Warum ist es Byakuya gerade so wichtig, im Class Trial mitzumachen? Die letzten zwei war einfach so, okay, mach mal. Ich sag schon, wenn ich als Suspicious da bin. Warum will er gerade jetzt mitmachen?
What? Now that's a bold assumption. And what reason do you have to make such a statement? You do have a reason, yes?
Of course. But before we get to that, there's something else we need to clarify first. So let's get that out of the way.
Hey, stop trying to boss us around.
Du trägst nichts bei, also kannst du herumgeschubst werden.
All things have a proper order.
So what is it? What needs to be clarified?
We must clarify the method of transportation for Taka's lifeless body. It would seem that his corpse was moved using certain particular items. Makoto, can you tell us what they were?
The things that were used to move Taka's body, they have been the repository dolly.
A gun!
Ich meine, das haben wir schon gesagt, da war Blut an den Reifen. There's still one more thing. Und die Blutharp.
A gun!
Ich meine, das war ja um Taka rum.
A dolly and a tarp, right?
What's with the attitude? Wollt ihr, dass ich mich blamiere?
So, let's see if I can explain.
Hangman's Gambit.
Taka's body disappeared from the equipment room. And then we rediscovered it in the repository. And when we found it for the second time, it was wrapped in a blue tarp, right? It was the same tarp that up until then was stored in the equipment room. So the killer must have seen it there and decided to use it when they moved Taka's body. That way, they wouldn't leave any bloodstains while they were moving it.
Okay, that explains the tarp. And the dolly?
Same thing. I'm sure the dolly was in the equipment room when we first found Taka's body there. But when the body disappeared, so did the dolly. Later, when Taka's body reappeared in the repository, so did the dolly.
In other words, you think they used the dolly to move the body. Am I right? But are you sure you are not mistaken?
Huh?
Are you absolutely positive the dolly was in the equipment room when we found Taka's body? That dolly was made specifically for moving large objects between the repository and the art room. It would be very strange indeed to discover it had made its way to the equipment room. Is it not possible that it was in the repository all along, and you simply didn't realize it?
She's raised an objection. How do you respond?
Was ist mit Byakuya gerade los?
There is no shame in being wrong. Nobody expects much from you anyway. We have all accepted the fact that you rarely understand what is going on around you.
Jesus Christ. Wow, I've never heard anyone sound so nice by being so mean. But maybe I can change her mind. If I can just explain to them why the dolly must have been moved from the equipment room to the repository. Hangman's Gambit! Goddammit, neues Element! Wie viele wollen sie denn noch holen? Let's talk about reloading. Are you shitting me? Bottom of the screen underneath the tempo mark, you see your amok. sagte er, während meine Taskleiste das verschissene Bildschirm bedeckt. Ah! Ich sehe doch sowieso nichts. Die scheiß Taskleiste ist im Weg. But to now there hasn't really been a limit how you destroy your opponent's statesman. But from now on, just locking on and pressing the left mouse button won't be enough to handle them. Now it will cost you 1 bullet to destroy a single remark. Ich weiß doch sowieso schon alle Antworten. Also warum brauche ich das überhaupt? Once you run out of bullets, you can't destroy any more statements, no matter how locked on you are. Or you can reload by pressing Tabulator. Also muss ich überhaupt... Also kann ich einfach random schießen und einen Tab drücken. Einmal schießen, Tab, einmal schießen, Tab. Also, just like locking on, you have to press the tabulator key in time of the tempo mark. I don't even fucking know. Wie wird das dann erst am besten? Basically, just remember that the tabulator key now has a function along with the R&B and L&B button. Was ist R&B und L&B? Shift. Steht nicht dort. God damn it! Ow! LMB and RMB are the left mouse button and the right mouse button. You will automatically reload at the start of fever time and your ammo will not decrease. Ich habe sowieso kein fever time. But if your action difficulty is set to gentle, you won't have to reload at all. In which case you can ignore everything I just said! Ja. For fuck's sake. Ich bin froh, dass ich auf easy spiele. Well then, good luck and have fun. The moment of truth. Oh, wir haben jetzt ein Ding.
You have it wrong. I cannot agree. You are a fool. So pathetic.
Alter, warum starten das so langsam?
Do your worst. Away with you.
Im dritten war es geiler.
You have it wrong. I cannot agree. You are a fool. Lies will get you nowhere.
Ah!
You miserable wretch. I cannot agree.
Alter! Jesus fucking Christ! Warum ist es plötzlich schneller?
If you're asking for proof that the dolly moved, I have it
Hast du
right
gerade
here.
gesehen? Mein letztes Argument, das ich zerstört habe, war ich so viel bevor dem Ding. Ich weiß, ich war off-key, aber er hat es immer noch gezählt.
When I found the dolly in the repository, one of the wheels had a blood stain on it. There was a pool of blood in the equipment room with a tire mark in it that matched the dolly wheel's tread. The killer probably rolled the dolly through the blood on accident as they wheeled the body out of the room.
Das kannst du nicht vorsagen, weil...
And as the blood dried on the tire, they moved the body into the repository. So there's my proof that the dolly was used to move Taka's body.
Jeez, does Celeste really hate me that much?
Well, anyway, that was just something we had to get out of the way. Let's get back to the main subject.
Yeah, the subject of how Robo-Justice didn't do it. Because if it's not a killer robot, then what kind of robot is it?
I'm not sure that really matters.
I'd be happy to explain why the occupant of the suit couldn't possibly be the killer. If you look back on how the body was transported, it will become immediately obvious.
If I look at how the body was moved, it'll be clear why the person in the suit could have done it. What does he mean by that? Make your argument. Robo Justice costume.
As we know, Taka was killed in the equipment room.
Yeah.
And from there, the body was moved to the repository, correct?
Yeah, the culprit wrapped the body in the tarp, then loaded it onto the dolly and wheeled it off, right?
Now, keep in mind that the dolly doesn't have a handle.
Well, yeah, but even without a handle, all you'd have to do is bend over.
Geht nicht.
No, it's wrong.
Ich mein, du kannst dich nicht bücken. Das sind Kartons! Feste Kartons!
You're absolutely right that you could push a dolly without a handle if you stoop down low. But if you were wearing that suit, Do you think you could actually get into a position like that?
Was ich mich frage, der hat doch gesagt, du musst dich doch einfach nur runterbeugen, um ihn zu schieben. Schon mal aufgepasst, wie bescheuert das ist, sich runterzubeugen und dann wie so ein Hund daher zu krabbeln, nur um den Dolly zu schieben. Weißt du, du kannst selbst als normalen Mensch nicht richtig Ding, solange das nicht hoch genug ist. Du würdest dir den Rücken verkrümmen. Dafür hat es Griff an der Seite, die hoch. In die Hocke, greifen hoch. Das geht ja. I'm blind as a bat in here. Can't see my feet at all. I'm surprised I got anywhere in this thing. I'm telling you, it wasn't me. And not to mention, you totally can't bend at the waist. It seems like a pretty obvious oversight.
When you're in that suit, not only can you not see your feet, but you can't even bend at the waist.
Du kannst doch nicht mal irgendwas sehen, wenn du den Kopf aufhast.
Am I right about that?
Now that you mention it, yeah.
It seems like it'd be awfully hard to push that dolly if you
Ich meine, er
couldn't
hätte ihn
bend
immer noch
over.
treten können. Robo Justice.
Well, what's to stop you from simply pushing the dolly with your feet?
Also wenn sie in der Ecke kommt. Als Robo Justice, du kannst dich nicht runterbeugen. Sorgt dann an der Ecke für immer.
When you can't even see your feet? You really think someone could kick the dolly all that way?
Du siehst schon den Fuß, wenn er ausgestreckt ist. So nach vorne.
Yeah, it'd be totally impossible. Not that I can say for sure myself.
On top of that, if you were wearing such a rigid, cumbersome suit, it's very unlikely you would have the dexterity to go about wrapping the body in a tarp.
Well, I mean, isn't that just a matter of taking off the suit when you're ready to move the body?
There's absolutely no chance that the costume was taken off the body because you can't take it off by yourself. Here is not strong enough. Once it's on, you can never take it off. Eigentlich schon, ne? Du kommst da nicht mehr ran. Once it's on. Alter, wie viele Herzen habe ich denn bitte schön? Seit wann denn das? What?
I don't think taking
Ich meine,
off
alle
the
drei
suit
waren
was an
richtig,
option.
Sandra.
If you remember,
Hero ist nicht stark genug, es alleine abzutun. Du kriegst ihn nicht alleine an und ausgezogen. Wenn du erstmal drin bist und keine hilft dir raus, kommst du nie wieder raus. Alles drei war richtig. I don't know what's up with the thing, but I can't actually get it off. A little help? Why would you make something that you can't take off by yourself? I didn't make the stupid freaking thing. There's a clasp in the back that's keeping you from getting it off. It looks pretty sturdy. I don't think you can get it off on your own. We don't really have a choice. Let's help him.
That's true. It seems impossible to put the suit on or take it off without help.
Yeah.
Then, you really can't take it off by yourself? Hero wasn't just making it up?
Of course I wasn't making it up.
if he could have gotten it off by himself, I don't think he would have let us see him wearing it. Showing up in the suit was basically an invitation for everyone to suspect it.
Yeah, that's right.
So, it's really, really true that Robo Justice couldn't have moved the dolly?
Der hat bis jetzt nichts Gutes gesagt. Der hat bis jetzt nichts erweitert in
To
diesem
be
Fall.
clear, whoever did move the body, it couldn't have been Hero in the robot suit,
Sag das
correct?
Vegeta. Komm doch her, mein Seepferdchen. Er hat sein Seepferdchen gemacht.
No, wait. Just a second, if you please. Have you forgotten about the picture that I took? You all got a good look at it, did you not? The image of Hifumi being dragged away by Robo Justice? If whoever was in that suit is not the culprit, how do you explain that? Besides, do you remember what the now deceased Hifumi said?
Die kannst du über die eShop weiß ich nicht, aber ich weiß, dass du es kaufen kannst im Spiel drinne. Welchen Fall bist du? Dann kannst du nicht kaufen. Du musst erst die Illustrationen und das Kino freischalten, indem du mindestens den ersten Fall beendest. Also hopp, mach mal.
Nee, ich müsste erstmal den Teil vorher noch spielen. Ist auch nicht weiter schlimm, wenn ich wieder auf.
How did you get hurt? The guy hit me. What guy? Robo Justice. That's what I decided to call him just now.
So long as those facts exist, the proper conclusion is beyond question. The individual inside the suit and the culprit are one and the same. It was Hero,
Weil du
without a doubt.
Du wirst, entweder du kaufst es oder du wirst direkt zum E-Shop weitergeleitet. Da gibt es nämlich zwei Möglichkeiten, das im Spiel zu kaufen.
Yeah, that's gotta be right.
Hold on a second!
It's still far too early to reach that conclusion. Besides, there's no hurry to decide who did it. Before we rush to a verdict, shouldn't we explore every single possibility? Instead of seizing on one viewpoint, the truth is uncovered by analyzing things from every angle.
Perhaps, but where do we go from here?
Let's review this series of unfortunate events from the beginning. Maybe we'll uncover something new.
What a pain in the ass!
I don't disagree, but our lives are on the line. If this is what it takes, we have to do it.
Plus, maybe we'll get to find out where the heck Kyoko was when everything went down.
All right then. Let's take another look back at what happened. I suppose we could start with this morning. 4 of us gathered together in the dining hall. Makoto, Hina, Kyoko, and myself. We waited there for quite a while, but nobody else showed up, so we went to look for everyone. That was around 8 a.m.
And as soon as we split up, Kyoko went missing.
Soon after that, Hina found Celeste in the rec room and quickly came to get Makoto and me.
Genau.
It seems I was unconscious for about an hour after I was attacked by my mystery assailant. I know it was an hour because I remember being attacked a little after 7.
That was when we saw Celeste's picture and discovered that her assailant had been wearing a strange costume. As it turns out, it was Robo Justice. It also soon became clear that this same Robo Justice had abducted Hifumi. We were soon joined in our search by Byakuya and Toko, and then went on to find Hifumi in the library. He was injured, so we took him to the nurse's office and resumed our search for the suspect. But not long after leaving the nurse's office...
What's wrong? I saw a shadow, something's moving around at the top of the stairs.
When Celeste told us that, we decided to split up and search the 2nd floor. And soon after that...
I saw someone moving around on the 3rd floor, and I yelled out to everyone as soon as I did.
Celeste, what's wrong? That was a rather intense scream for someone like you. I saw him, the strange costumed man. He ran off as soon as I screamed. I was blocking the stairs, so he headed further down into the hallway and disappeared.
And then...
What was that? It came from downstairs. It must have been... Hifumi, he's in a nurse's office. This is bad. Come on, we have to go back.
At that point, we decided to divide up into 2 groups. Celeste, Hina, and I went back to the nurse's office, while Sakura, Byakuya, and Toko chased after the suspect. When we got back to the nurse's office, we found Hifumi, dead. And that's when we heard the body discovery announcement. I left Celeste and Hina there and headed back to the 3rd floor, to let the others know what had happened.
Meanwhile, we had just discovered Taka's body in the equipment room. We must have found both bodies at almost exactly the same time, because we heard the same announcement not long after we discovered his body.
And that's when I told you guys about Hifumi. Then the 3 of us headed for the nurse's office. But right after we left the physics lab, we ran into Celeste, who'd arrived after us. And she told us something very surprising.
Hifumi's body has disappeared.
We rushed back to the nurse's office and saw that she was right.
Then we remembered we'd left Toko passed out in the equipment room. so we hurried back again.
This can't be happening. Are we hallucinating all this or something?
But when we got there, we discovered that now Taka's body had also gone missing. Next thing we knew, we were searching the school for 2 missing dead bodies. And after some time...
Celeste informed us that she'd found the bodies, and we all headed to the repository, which is where we rediscovered the corpses.
I think that about covers it.
I see. The whole thing sounds exceptionally complicated. It certainly seems to me that these are not a simple series of connected events.
Okay, well, if that's true, then what?
Rather than a single series of events, I think we have to consider each murder a separate situation. And from there, we can uncover the contradictions surrounding all of them. Now then, let's get started, beginning with what happened to Taka.
The contradictions hidden in what happened to Taka. In order to uncover the truth of this case, I have to find them no matter what. Make your arguments. Monokuma-Fall 3 ist was nochmal?
So.
Oh. The victim were Hifumi and Kiyotaka Ishimura. However, for each was Ichimura. It is thought they are both killed with a similar weapon. What's that? Yeah.
I wonder if he died before Hifumi. Or perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
It's true that Hifumi was killed with Justice Hammer 3, while Taka's death came from a swing of Justice Hammer 4.
See? So it's up.
Justice Hammer were numbered, but were they really used in that order?
So, regarding Taka's death, I wonder if he died before or perhaps it was after.
We already know what order Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
Nicht?
Shoot! So, regarding, I wonder if he died before or perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they were. Taka came last.
What makes you say?
Because of the numbering of the
numbering
Justice
ist was.
True that Hifumi was while Taka's death.
Dann heißt es gibt nur noch eine andere, was ich mal drücken kann.
So, I wonder if he died or perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they
Da.
were killed in.
Nee. Oh, ich muss lügen, oder?
Shoot!
Aber es gibt sonst kein gelbes. Dann eben den Consent, was auch immer.
So, regarding Taka's death, I wonder if he died before Hifumi, or perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
Jetzt dann. Ah! Dann das erste.
Shoot! So, regarding, I wonder if he, or perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they were killed in.
Oh, ja. Ah!